Oh, what's girls? I'm Flipper55 with Fat Finger Gaming, and welcome! Fat Finger Gaming's absurd 32-team college football playoff for the 2015 season. Today, first round action, Ole Miss TCU. Both teams completely offensive orientated. Both teams lacking on the defensive side. It's going to be a very big 4 versus 5 shootout. Probably going to be about the same as the Texas A&M Baylor game. Ought to be fun. My slow computer. I'm trying to type. It's not allowing me to type. At least it's still streaming.
They'll bring him down at the 36. Ward's looking to get in the record books in this one. He's a very special player, and he really deserves all the praise and awards he could get. Big game for this guy. They come out in a 5-wide set.
Laquan Treadwell, great this season, was always in the top of the receiving statistics, along with Doxson, who we will see in a little while, and Ricky Seals-Jones, which we saw in the 4 versus 5 Wednesday.
Ball on the 36.
So far, we have half of the first round. Good little throw there by Chad Kelly. Stays in bounds down the 40-yard line. That's awesome.
I think he was going to go to his tight end the whole way, but the defense didn't expect it. Sometimes those big guys can fool defenders into thinking they're blocking.
Hopefully this is just as entertaining as the Baylor-Texas A&M game. I assume it will be. The only thing that I got to update you guys on is the fact that the straight to YouTube, Penn State versus Miami, Penn State actually jumped on top of Miami and stayed ahead. So we had two versus 7 seeds play, and both 7 seed moved on. Last year we only had 1 7 seed move on.
They've obviously found a formula for moving the ball against this defense. Let's see if any adjustments are made before their backs are really against the wall.
It's first and goal. Ball on the 9-yard line. And down he goes, right around.
Far we have not seen Laquan Treadwell. Sure, he's going to get in here. Now the thing is, we're going to be waiting and wondering whether Chad Kelly or Laquan Treadwell will go on. Chad Kelly will probably stay because of him being injured. He just doesn't have the numbers to go into the NFL when the offseason starts. Laquan Treadwell, on the other hand, yeah, he's got the numbers.
From the 2-yard line, it's 3rd down. Touchdown, Mississippi.
As far as real college football, you will hear this over and over again. So I'm sure when people get in, they're going to want to discuss it. But the Duke-Miami game was absolutely horrible. It was great, and then for the refs to blow so many calls, they get suspended. Big deal. Suspended for 2 games.
So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field. The Horned Frogs lost a player to
hopefully in the end it doesn't change the AC who goes to the ACC championship.
On the catch. Oh, they strip it out.
But we'll see.
From their own 18-yard line.
I mean, if UNC beats Duke this weekend anyways, it won't matter too much then, but still.
As a man, he'll lose big yards. A 4-yard loss.
That play was sort of
Yeah, I still love going back to the whole Ryan Leach talking about the officials.
They read it from the get-go.
Talking about like a football game is like breakfast. The chickens are involved, but the pigs committed.
There's a strike complete, and he's taken down right around.
And that is extremely true.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Yes, our resident Auburn fan, I watched the NC State game as well, and I had to sit there and laugh as NC State and Clemson for the first 5 minutes of the ball game played complete Big 12 defense. 26 total points in the first 5 minutes. I don't know if I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Of course, then again, like I said, I don't watch Big 12 games much, so there is a possibility that 26 points in the Big 12 can be scored in just the first 2 minutes. Overall, I was happy that they hung in there and they didn't get completely blown out, but of course, you know, there is no moral victory. And there's no moral victory column in the sorry, just looking at something else in the standings. So they will lose. Of course, they will lose. You sort of figured anybody figured that the Wolfpack would lose. The funny thing about when you go into when you're advertising that game, Clemson versus NC State, when green flashes up, undefeated Clemson, and then the Wolfpack gets in there and it flashes up, hungry Wolfpack. Let me tell you something. If the best thing that they can say about your team is they're hungry, and on the other side they're undefeated, you're going to lose. They know that. We all know that. We still need to hype the ball game, though.
And he just gets rid of it. Great job by the defense at getting after that quarterback. And right now, I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
So it's 3rd down, and they've got about 2 yards to go.
Ruined. Are we talking about the Miami-Duke game?
And they make the stop at about the 49. And a big run on 3rd down.
Oh, we're talking about State Clemson. Not quite sure.
A lot of pressure on that defense.
Catches it, and he's immediately tackled behind the line.
That is a loss of 1 yard. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
From their own 48-yard
Oh,
line.
what the hell is going on with my computer? Taking forever to lock in there.
Run left side, and he's tackled at the 49.
That's a gain of 3 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
All right. So we continue on with our brackets.
And the quarterback just can't believe it. He really wishes he could have that one back.
Every quarterback has passes that he wishes he could have back. However, hey, a pick is a pick, and no one is going to care how bad he wants that one back.
My God, no.
Ball on the 37-yard line. So an empty backfield with
I have
5
not
wide
been
receivers.
watching the Bob Ross Marathon on Twitch. That's too funny.
Nothing doing.
That's awesome.
No gain on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
That is absolutely awesome.
Empty backfield.
That dude was just... Love that dude. He could just like start flicking the damn canvas and crap just appear. Oh, this is a good tip. Jumped up and blocked that ball.
So they'll have to punt this one away.
On 3rd down, the defense was expecting the pass.
Oh my God, 50K people chatting at once. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Perry is waiting for the snap.
A Bob Ross Twitch getting a ton of people. That's awesome.
Pretty good job by the return man there. The offense comes out to start this drive, and
They will put anything on, and anybody will watch it and have fun with it. That's for sure.
He's got a lot of time to forget about that last pick. He's just got to stick to the game plan.
Looks to his
Happy
receiver,
little
first down.
accidents.
They'll bring him down at the
I
50-yard
remember.
line.
Oh, God.
Ole Miss is up by a touchdown.
Oh, that's too funny. So of course, always streaming the Monday night game as well as doing this. The punter for the Colts just punted a ball and it basically just stuck at the 2-yard line. and his celebration was basically taking out taking out a club out of his bag and doing a golf swing. Get a little backspin on it. That's cool.
It's 2nd and 13. Ball on the 39-yard line.
Wait, the funniest thing about humor is sometimes you can just repeat something over and over and over again, and eventually it'll become funny. Unless you're married and you're talking to your wife, in which case it will never be funny. Woo, that almost was picked off. So not as big of a track meet as I thought.
That'll bring up 4th and 13.
You let your fan out on the. You can't have your fan out on the bus. Is on the yeah. I can talk. Is the commercial that's on right now? Good commercial. And yes, the Panthers are the only undefeated team left in the NFC. Not that it matters. Matters a little.
He has clearly done a very good job of getting his team ready to play, and they have done a nice job of slowing down.
The good news is they got a good jump for the playoffs.
Nice run, and he's brought down. Nice 7-yard gain on the quarterback draw.
But as far as home field advantage is concerned, I don't know. I mean, First world problems. You know, the first time I that was from a secretary at an office I used to work at, and that I loved it. Absolutely loved that saying. First world problems. It sums things up quite nicely. Quite nicely.
Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry, and he's level at the 38-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 13 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
It's raining where I'm living. It's raining down in the Independence Bowl that we're playing. It's raining down in Charlotte. It is just raining all over the place.
Delivers to the halfback.
Woo, nice pass there to Calhoun. Beat it, Calhoun.
That's a gain of 7 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Oh yeah, Alabama. I forgot. Alabama's getting hammered. I know Texas is getting hammered.
There's another pass to the tight end, and he's got it. He's taken down at the 22.
Good news is, man, water is good.
From the 22-yard line, it's 1st down.
I mean, I used to work designing water reuse systems and stuff. And, oh, did you guys see that? My God, that is awesome. If it doesn't show a good replay, I'll show it.
And a nice catch by the receiver for the touchdown.
Anytime you're near the red zone, you got to keep an eye for this guy. They love going to him down here.
Terrific concentration to make the catch after.
All right, gonna have to show this one. Didn't show that great. So Trevor Boykin throws. Now, who is that? Beautiful play. Beautiful play on the ball right there. Knocks it, and there's Gray right there. Scoop! And then just going to take it in. There's a play for the record books. Or for the highlight reel. Record books highlight.
They'll line up for the extra point in an attempt to tie the game. He makes the PAT. It was a 7.
Yeah, El Nino's wrecking things.
And they put up 7 points.
You know, Brad, a lot of times you have to watch.
I can remember the first time we knew what the hell El Nino
This
was.
time they went the entire length of the field. The ball never touched the ground. Great execution by the
And it provided water, and more water for everyone.
They've got to play with some focus and smarts here. They don't want to make a mistake.
In fact, actually, coincidentally, that was the same year Tiger Woods and Sergio fought. at the I think it was the PGA. Yeah, it was the PGA.
I talked to so many college quarterbacks who have gone on to be very successful in the NFL.
I never heard of El
They
Nino
all
before
talk
then.
About the execution of play action, and all of them talk about the good ones, about taking their time and really working to sell the play action and sell the fake. If you don't take the time as a quarterback to really sell the fake, it's going to make it easy on the linebackers and safeties to realize that that was just a fake handoff and to get back in position. But when you really work it and sell it the way that quarterback did right there, that's when it's more effective.
Our resident Auburn fan, for some reason, playing the Iron Bowl in Columbus, Ohio.
Gets to about the 44-yard line.
Just because our resident Auburn fan thinks so highly of the SEC, he can't possibly fathom another game at that time being anywhere close to being that important than the Iron
Catches it, and he's punished.
for the folks up in Ohio. He put it at neutral site up in Ohio.
Green will be the return man. This one will go into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20.
Telling you, SEC fans are bad.
So far, it's been totally even. In close games like this, every possession is likely to matter.
They actually think they're probably looking for a runner-up champion
Strike to his receiver, no good.
in which the SEC in Indianapolis will play
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
replacing the Big Ten championship. Because of course the SEC, you know, it's all about the SEC. Nobody else football. And I have no idea what the argument's going on, but I feel like the Panthers have the ball. I know there was some issue with whether Cam fumbled or not. Evidently, they gave the Newton the ball. The neutralizer. God, I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love the new animated stuff. It's pretty good. Oh, God. Our resident Auburn fan brought up Riding Dirty, which every now and then gets stuck in my head.
He's at midfield.
Oh, BJ Catalone, 20 yards.
To see a team having success
Who's
like
the man?
this running the football.
Show
It
now.
really open up things for the offense.
Straight run, and he's brought down in the backfield.
These guys have the capability to gain solid, consistent yardage. They have to regroup and come out a bit more motivated next time.
From the 37-yard line.
7-7. TCU is driving. Very low-scoring game compared to what I thought this was going to be.
And they got him for a loss.
You know, as a running back, you've got to get upfield north and south. That
Man,
time
this
you
Carolina
see the
Indianapolis
weight,
game is
the legs,
sloppy.
the action.
Sitting here
You
watching
just
it.
gotta be able to make
I was
it
really hoping
get upfield
have the
as quick
game
as
of the
possible.
century.
College football, and especially up in the NFL, the more you're dancing around, waiting
Got him with a
for
daily.
play, the more
I got him
time you're giving an athletic defense
in the
a chance
daily
to make a
fantasy
play to
over
go
at
against you, and that's what happens.
FanDuel right now, and
There, why a defense can never lose tabs.
it would be quite a big swing. It would take from this weekend losing money to this weekend winning a little bit, which sucks. That's besides the point. FanDuel is not gambling. I love that argument. Absolutely love that argument. It's not really an argument. It's just politicians, lawyers positioning themselves. FanDuel, DraftKings, they ain't going nowhere. I can tell you that right now. Just people trying to position themselves so they don't open up the floodgates and have online casinos everywhere. That's awesome. Wait, the only football that I've watched is the last two weekends, last minute of FSU GT and last 2 minutes of Duke Miami. That is some good football right there. Wait, don't waste your money on gambling, bro. Sorry, dude, it's not gambling. It's not gambling.
I really haven't haven't seen too much separation between these two.
FanDuel, DraftKings, even Roger Goodell. Many people in the Senate all say it's not gambling, it's a game of skill.
Tackled for a loss.
I like to call it a skillful game of chance. It's not gambling. Give to charity, Wake says. Give to charity. I am giving to charity. FanDuel, DraftKings, those people need to eat. All those pro people out there that submit $140,000 worth of trees and live off of daily sports, they need to eat. So I'm providing food for their table. Come on now, think about it. Why would you give to a charity in which they are going to keep some of your money for admin costs? And in some cases, it's actually a pretty big chunk, by the way. Anyways, your money's not reaching the needy. So, dude, get on FanDuel, DraftKings, feed the people that are putting this game together and feed the professional gamblers.
He gets hit out of bounds at the 43-yard line. There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams.
I did try. I'm not even gonna spend money. That is a waste of money. I did try both. They had a free tournament, like 75,000 people, or 500 people. $10, actually $2. The top 5 win $2 for college and NBA. So I tried it for the hell of it. I just got wrecked. I got wrecked. I was in both of them. It was funny, in both the NBA and college football. I came in 55th, 100th place. Again, I am extremely glad that I'll never put any money towards college fantasy or the NBA. Wake, you actually sound like my wife with that. Buy a puppy and give it your attention instead. Yeah, not happening. Wife wants a dog so bad. Oh my God, I'm just not into it. We had at one point, we had 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 kids. Way too much. I mean, things get destroyed around this house easy. 2 dogs have died, 1 cat has died. We're down to 1 cat, and I'm okay with that. No dog running around barking when I'm playing with the kids. No dog tearing crap up. No dog getting sick and having diarrhea all over my new rug.
Second down.
I was okay in the apartments. When I had an apartment, I was okay. Not a big deal. We'll move out. We'll pay whatever the hell it is that they say that we owe for damages. But now that I own stuff, I got enough problems with my kids breaking stuff. Try to keep this thing FCC compliant. There you go. Buy a Bob Ross instructional video instead. Wake, I'm all over that. I do enjoy painting my miniatures. Could bust out and start learning how to paint an alien landscape with those happy little accidents. And so I could have canvases, these alien landscapes, while I have my little 40K battles.
And he's taken down at the 25.
That's good for a gain of 1 yard. That brings up 3rd and 14.
Wow, it's so sloppy. I can't tell right now. I cannot tell. Oh, my God. That's another 3rd and long picked up. I can't tell Monday night if it's just if luck is showed up with just showing up horrendously again, or if it is just the rain and stuff that's making it horrible. I mean, Cam's also, yeah. I was about to say Cam's also inaccurate, but then again, I mean, these two quarterbacks, it's very hard to tell whether it's the weather getting to them or not.
Somehow he's able to throw the ball away.
He's here with Ole Miss and TCU, good old Trevor Boykin, Chad Kelly. They don't care.
And they make the stop at the 42. They bring him down in the backfield.
I really do wish I don't know why
It's second and
know
15.
what?
Ball on the 47-yard line.
That's one way to break. I tell
And he throws it away.
Oh my God. You wait.
This drive.
So, interesting little tidbit. Long time ago, I am at the Lincoln Theater
Incomplete.
watching a bunch of independents perform. Actually, not independent. They weren't independents. They were newly signed, and I forget who the hell it was a showcase for somebody, for some label, some.
The Horned Frogs over the years have had great quarterbacks. They've got another one. He's proving to be that here in the first half, and he's the true leader of this group.
Among other things, one of the funniest things that came out of that was the point where the rock band, like, nobody was into it at all, and at the end the dude screamed into the mic, "Thanks for the clap, Raleigh," which I loved, but because it was actually funny. It was the only rock band. Like, some of the people that got up there was just a person singing with recorded music, which was really weird. That was a couple people like that. Anyways, so I'm sitting there watching this thing.
TCU is up 7.
So I'm sitting there watching this thing,
Screen to the back. No
and
good.
cute little thing is next to me, and we start talking. And I forget what the hell she's talking about partying. And flat out, somewhere during the conversation, apparently we finally had to get somewhere, because it wasn't too long into the conversation. I mean, we are not talking about that long of a conversation, 5-7 minutes. She started about partying. She just looked at me flat out. She's like, "Hey, got heroin?" Looked at her, I was like, no. Very interesting. She was a cute little thing, so I would be... I'd be lying if I said at that point in time I hadn't thought that maybe having an Ami would be a good thing. But at this point in time, you know, when you step away from the situation and blood can flow other places, realize just how that would have been. Oh, it's gonna be picked off. So Ole Miss was driving, now stopped.
So the turnover will once again give the ball back to this offense.
That's 2 interceptions today by this defense.
But it's just quite interesting to me that it was that we shifted into a
Ball on their own 47.
real interesting place. Like, it was there was no messing around.
Around the 47-yard line. The quarterback draw goes nowhere.
He was playing the run all the way and was able to stop him quickly. Good job by that senior safety.
Huh.
Just throws
That's
this one
interesting.
away.
Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to
That's
the
interesting.
playmaker.
Third down, and they need
Baker,
to
I
get
was
inside the 43. TCU is up by a touchdown. Here's a screen pass. Gets it to
Damn.
the back. He's at the 30.
Wasn't talking about TCU. Cam just barely missed a throw to Ginn. He had it in his hands. He'd been gone.
You can
Son
tell
of
by
a
the
pup.
coach's reaction that is a huge disappointment.
It's power against power right now on the field. Both teams have their...
So Shaker saying that it wasn't saying that I was streaming, which might be a reason why we are very low. We got 3 or 4 people. Shaker, you and I are down, are tied for second right now with the brackets. We got 6 wins. Snug is actually leading with 7.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He really got a hold of that kick. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. You know the offense will be looking to do better this time out.
Anytime you give the ball away, it's a disappointment. So these guys want to show that they
So
can
21-7 TCU. I think I picked TCU. If I didn't, that was dumb. Another little dump off pass goes for a long ways. Wonder if this is going to be holding, clipping. Yeah, there we go, clipping. Going to be brought back here.
Clipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way.
All right, so the Miami Duke game.
Once again, but a long ways to go after that penalty.
What I would like to know in the Miami Duke game, somewhere somebody said, and this was an ESPN report, so who the hell really knows if it happened or not? ESPN just loves taking stories and running with it.
Ole Miss is going to take their first time out of the half.
Said there was a 9-minute review, and they were looking if there were blocks in the back. Now, I did not realize you could actually overturn a block in the back. That was their report. So I'm not quite sure if they were looking for a block in the back or if they're for some other place.
TCU is going to have to use their second time out of the half.
If they were looking, and here's my issue, if it took them 9 minutes
It's third down.
and they were looking for a block in the back, I am completely, there's no excuse. It should take you, watching that video, it should take you about 2.5 to 3 minutes to see a block in the back. They might have been looking to see if the dude's down. At any point in time, somebody who pitched it had their knee on the ground. That probably would have taken you about 3.5 minutes to make sure to find out. Yes, indeed, that dude's knee was on the ground.
The Horned Frogs are just cruising.
What I'm assuming happened, because it's the only way you can look at that video and feel really, really good that you got it right. I think in that 9 minutes, they took a minute to read each and every pitch to make sure it went backwards. And then the last minute, they sat around patting each other on the back, telling each other it was a good game, great calling, and they were absolutely wonderful people for being able to call it. And nobody could have called this game like themselves. And then they walked out and announced that Miami had in fact won.
The safety comes up with a nice play.
Nice job of the safety here, sitting back and playing center field, and then seeing the ball and coming up and simply batting the ball away.
Here's the halfback on the screen. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Called a gain of 18 yards. First down.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line.
For joining me. So we got our resident Auburn saying how it's freezing outside, which I truly doubt. That's besides the point.
Tackle at the 14.
Got Winifred saying it is 40 outside. I don't know what the temperature is outside right now.
Spikes the ball.
Let's just look it up here. We've talked about everything else. We haven't really talked about weather. And weather is awesome. You guys, unfortunately, do not. Most of you guys are too young to remember when if you... Oh, beautiful pick. Is he going to take it? No, he's not going to take it. You guys, unfortunately, are too young to remember when you actually wanted the weather and you called a number, and I forget what the hell number it was. And on the phone, it would tell you the number, You tell you the weather in your area, and at the tone, it would be whatever the hell time it was. Absolutely beautiful.
He's going to lose yardage. 3-yard loss there.
Pretty good stand there. They weren't
The good old days.
play call.
Right now in my area, it is 61 degrees, and the temperature at the tone will be 928. Gonna be a long night if we're already talking about weather. Yo, how's the weather, son? Gotta love when the in-law discussion gets to the weather. Like you run out of every stupid little thing just to keep your mouth running and make it look like you're enjoying each other's company.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
I'm telling you, speaking of the good old days, I really, really want to bring back the rotary phone. I really do. I've said this before. I'll say it again.
So I think they're going to be looking for a little more success.
There is nothing more fun than on a rotary phone dialing in 10 digits and screwing up the 8th, 9th, or 10th one and having to hang up and redo the rotary phone, especially if there's lots of 8s and 9s. Awesome. It was beautiful.
He makes it to the 28-yard line. It's no surprise seeing this guy having another nice game.
I think all great defenses have a player on their side of the football that kind of inspires them. And I think it's very clear that this young man has provided that for this defense. And at some point, this offense is going to have to start to make some adjustments because this guy's...
Wait, trying to be the mediator.
You better double team him or maybe even triple.
Earthshaker has decided to start stuff. Apparently, we are going to have some kind of rivalry.
Makes the grab and steps out right away.
I like this kind of rivalry because if the guy's sick of it, I can just kick somebody off. 221, Trevor Boykin, 221 yards, 1 TD. And wait, trying to get everybody to just get along, be happy.
Around the 46-yard line.
Be happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. We have a high, oh, there we go. A resident Auburn fan coming in with the weather report. We have a high pressure system coming in from the Great Lakes down to the Carolinas. We have winds up to 15 miles per hour, gusting at 40 miles per hour. It'll bring down small trees, little dogs, and walkers. Small craft advisory on the inner... I can't remember what the hell it's called. The intercoastal. There we go. Intercoastal region. If you take on water, you will be eaten by a shark. This is the Carolinas after all. Please keep your hands, your feet, at all times inside the boat. Sometimes that won't help you. Don't surf because you just look like a big piece of meat on a platter. You dumb, dumb people, you.
Trying to set up a little screen, gets it to his tailback. That's a great tackle at the 43-yard line. This punt, if he gets it where he wants it.
Yes, my resident Auburn fan, I can tell you right now. Yeah, the tornadoes, obviously you know. Tornadoes are no joke. I once thought I was completely safe from tornadoes until one here in Raleigh, North Carolina came a quarter of a mile away from my house, knocked down a couple trees.
There's got to be some sense of urgency.
Just missed, one of the trees just missed my neighbor's house. The other one was, thank God, was a small one. A couple doors down, the tree went into his house, but it's it'd be a small one, so it just punched a hole in the wall.
Throws to the receiver, incomplete.
The ball just sailed on him and he knows it. He'll get it next time.
From their own 20-yard line.
Not fun. Not fun. Not fun at all. Oh, Winifred, my friends will make fun of our band teacher and call him an ogre.
They lose 3 yards.
Okay.
Really, they just had nowhere to go after the catch.
That's mean. Unless, of course, the dude's having fun with it. Then it's not me. If the dude's a lowly, antisocial, fugly-looking dude, that's me. He's a band teacher, so I'm assuming that the dude's antisocial and fugly-looking. No offense to you band teachers out there.
The screen pass goes nowhere.
Well, you got to take your hat off to the defense. All week they preached over and over again how they were not going to let this kid use his speed in the open field, and they really shut him down that time.
I don't know if the OU fan is in here anywhere. There's two of them running around. There's Austin, there's Kyle. Or the big deal.
The 48 gets to about the 44-yard line. So he got a little on that return.
Well, Brad, early it looked like there was an opening there, but
I assume the big Kansas deal stayed up late.
Back out onto the field.
Oh, no, the big Kansas deal's here. Wait, that's not a, that looks like an orc, not an ogre. Damn you, son.
Intercepted. Nice job getting a hand on that one.
Yeah, really good heads-up play there to get a hand on the football by the defense.
Callie's already got snow.
2nd and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line.
Nice. Who the hell fumbled? This is one sloppy-ass game in Charlotte.
And he's taken down around the 44-yard line.
Oh, it's going to be Colts ball. Jeez. Cam ain't getting no points today. Man, this sucks.
And they're coming after this punter. This one will go into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20.
Wake, sorry, I'm not a nerd. You know what?
The defense really
You're on this Twitch chat. You need to know the difference between an ogre and an orc. For God's sake, man.
Has to step up and capitalize on this possession.
We will call you out anytime. Any day. Where?
And they make the stop.
Gotta be on the
around 20.
tiptoe. In fact, actually, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna soup up my computer just to have a quiz.
Down, 10 yards to go.
So while doing this little simulation, I will put up little thumbnails up in the top right corner, and I will make you guys tell me what these things are. Because if you guys aren't super nerds and can't figure out the difference between Darth Bane,
Gets out to about the 31.
I can't even think of another one. God. Darth Moloch. There we go. It's like, I can't even think about any of these guys. Just ruin the joke right there. Just walk out. I'm done. Lord of the Rings is overrated anyway. Oh, crushed.
33-yard line.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. That brings up 2nd and 9.
What are you guys doing?
Complete, brought down, nothing doing.
Everybody's ripping on Lord of the Rings. What is wrong with you people? First of all, it's not where. I know my differences between orcs and ogres. Lord of the Rings was good, man. The Hobbit was horrible, but Lord of the Rings was good.
Pressure like that, the worst thing you want to do is just to throw the ball into coverage. He got away with one right there. He's very fortunate. Next time, he should just throw it away.
The Hobbit was seriously horrible.
Green is back.
That really hurt my eyes. In fact, actually, the third movie, the minute Smaug went down, it was actually the same thing. My wife turned and looked at me and she said, all right, what's the rest of the movie going to be about?
The quarterback leads the offense back.
And she knew, but it was just one of those things that we both were just like, all right, this is going to be one stupid last movie. You know what, dude, Fossil, I forgot.
Good outside run there.
I completely forgot to look up the R-rated version of Ted 2. I got to write that down on things to do. What is an orc? From the Earthshaker. What is an orc? Well, from the 40K version, which I
For a loss.
enjoy. What the hell just happened here? Sorry, Monday night something happened. I think it was interception. I think they picked off it.
14.
No, okay. Just an incomplete ball. From the 40K version, the orcs were creatures that were made by the old ones to combat a lifeless machine called the Necrons. Think of them as basically Terminators, but they have consciences.
Oh, excellent punt.
The orcs were created to feed, breed, and kill. That's all they were. They were like an algae spore, and that's what I love about these things. They're like algae just grown up to be big, fangy, and teethy, and knifey, and shooty, and all that fun stuff. And they did a great job fighting back the Necrons, the lifeless machines. Unfortunately, such a great job that everywhere they go, it's nothing but war. So for years, tons of species have fought against these orcs, which is pretty cool. I love these orcs.
Tackled after a decent pickup.
You want me to talk about He-Man X? Is that what we want? Skeletor and all that fun stuff? He-Man. You know, they actually started putting together a cast and actually started putting together props for a new He-Man movie. I believe it got shelved, but they actually made the armor for He-Man's cat. And they like showed it off and all that fun stuff. I think that the project's a bit shelved. Shelved. Yeah, that's worse than shelved. That's basically is like Fox is like, dude, no, seriously, that was such a bad idea. We're all this shit out in the desert, and we're going to shell the shit out of it. Call the U.S. Army.
He makes it out to midfield.
This is a good call by the defensive coordinator. He guessed run, and when the offense came with it, his guys were in position to make the stop.
The Rebels saw one of their top players going down.
Get off, President Auburn, man. Get off ESPN and go to YouTube. Watch the Ted rated R trailer.
Right down the 23-yard line. I got to give this defense credit.
There's football
I
on.
don't know what the heck's going on with this offense. They just haven't been able to come away with anything.
There's Shaker. You lost me at the old ones. Well, don't worry about it. Yeah, that's what the orcs are, or at least the version of orcs that I like the most.
Zips it to the back.
I believe in the Dungeons and Dragons. I think actually not only in Dungeons and Dragons, but I think it's also Lord of the Rings that the orcs were elves that were driven into the mountains and changed. And I realized, and that's where the Dungeons and Dragons sort of breaks down, because there's also drow,
Runs it right. Nice
which are dark elves who live in mountains and all that fun stuff. So I'm not quite sure. One doubt if one time orcs and elves were the same. Kindred spirit. I'm all about sports and Army. That's cool. I love Army games as well. Not really Call of Duty. I like the strategy games. Love World War II.
Excellent open field tackle.
In fact, actually, who the hell is it? I think it's guy 3 rows or three houses down might be the son of Admiral Halsey or Grant. I think it's got to be the son, or at least that's what he's telling people in his old age. He might be senile and have absolutely no idea what the hell he's talking about, but still.
That's 3 down and 1 to go. The Horned Frogs lead it by 2 touchdowns. All right, we're just about set to start action here again in the 4th quarter. He's taken down.
No, I'm not going to switch it to the TED trailer, for the love of God. There's football on. Extreme football. Got football on ESPN. It was Wednesday. I'll watch it on Wednesday.
And he makes it out to about the 34-yard line.
you know, sometime when I've got downtime, I'll gather the kids around and we'll all watch the R-rated version of the Ted 2 trailer.
Here the halfback's got it. Tackle right around the 26-yard line.
Number 5 on the tackle at the 26-yard line.
I can actually remember a time in which the kids watched Cloverfield with me. Had absolutely no problem with it. Now the little girl understands what fear is, and watching Disney Channel, Jessie, Halloween, the Halloween episode of Jessie gave her nightmares.
But that doesn't necessarily mean points. Last time they got intercepted.
My kid nightmare movie was without a doubt Poltergeist. I'm talking about the old Poltergeist.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Wow, the rain's killing people here. Greg Olsen just dropped the ball again, dropped an easy touchdown.
His receiver, no good.
He'll learn he
Damn.
doesn't always need to use his cannon. Sometimes
Oh well, no money for me.
power.
Here's the 12th play of the drive.
Of course, Kotry can catch a ball. Damn you. My children at this point in time are 7 and 5. Itty bitty little things.
So now he's tied at the
But
top
they
of
are
the
starting to
team's
know
receiving
fear.
touchdown list.
Something that up until I think somewhere around 4 and 5, the no fear goes away. They start understanding fear, scary things.
Lines up for the kickoff.
It doesn't help that their daddy hides in closets and jumps out at them.
He's to the 20. Across the 30. They'll bring him down.
In fact, actually, probably one of the funniest things.
on offense all season long, and not today. That's not what we've been expecting.
Oh my God, did Cam really just throw a pick? I'm going to be losing points here.
All year long, you come in expecting the same thing, and they lay an egg. I didn't expect to see this at all.
Makes the catch.
This is
The defense
horrible.
is all over him. They bring him down for a
I'm
loss.
done. Anyways, funny. So
From their own 30-yard line. 2nd down.
the funniest thing about my kids and me jumping out and stuff.
Delivers to the halfback on the
So just maybe the other week. Yeah, it was the other week. I'm taking out the trash. So I'd already opened up the garage door. They're taking out the trash, putting it out on the street.
in the shotgun and
When I
wide.
come back in, I see my little girl like slowly opening up the pantry. She didn't hear me come back in.
As he's pushed out of
I see her slowly open up the pantry. And I'm coming around the corner. I'm like, sweetheart, what are you doing? And she goes, you weren't around. But you're and waiting to jump out at me.
He scrambled.
Father of the year, folks. Father of the year. When I'm not around, my kids think I am hiding in the pantry or somewhere ready to get them. It's honestly what you do as a father, I guess. At least for me. My father before me.
Pass incomplete.
This quarterback has got to do a
Father
better
before
job
him.
of
Not really the father before him. I ain't going to talk about my father's father.
receivers
Oh,
some
cool.
room to improvise and get free.
They'll line it up again on 3rd down. And he's hit immediately.
I'm so disappointed right now. I shouldn't even have had Cam Newton on. I shouldn't even have had Cam Newton on. I was hoping there was a shot that I could win some money. No, not happening. In fact, actually, one of my lineups all
Immediately tackle behind the
it has to do is just catch a football, and I win money. That's how close I am to the damn money.
Here's the 8th play of the series.
Oh, he's trying to go to again, but it was behind him. Son of a pop.
And he just gets
It's what this stream's going to be all about.
3rd down and they
Just
need to get
squawking.
to
All right, 4th
19.
quarter here. Actually, 4th quarter, we can talk about something else. Speaking of the ending,
He's met immediately.
epic rap battles of history. I love what those guys put together. Most of what they put together. Some of them missed the mark, but you know they're only 2 minutes, so who the hell cares? Epic rap battles of history. The best one that I think. I mean, the Vader versus Hitler are damn funny. But the best one for me, and just because I think it ends in it just epically, is Gandhi versus Martin Luther King. Beautiful. Earthshaker. Is that on my? That's not on my chat. Is it?
And a nice catch by the receiver for the touchdown.
Anytime you're near the red zone, you got to keep an eye for this guy. They love going to him down here.
And he tacks on the extra point. It was an 11-play.
What the hell's going on there?
Drive, and they put up 7 points.
You know, when you could throw the football.
Because I don't see him. I'd ban the hell out of them if they're.
Balanced attack because you're so proficient.
There's actually 3 Hitler versus Vaders.
Ready for the kickoff. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
I don't see any spam dudes on my chat right now, so I can't.
Is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop.
So there's really nothing I can do about that.
Here's a screen pass. Gets it to the back.
They whispered on chat. All right. Can you? I mean, huh?
It's second down and 11 to go. Ball on the 24.
That's interesting because I cannot. I bring up the chat and they're not on there.
Tailback brought down for a loss.
That is a whole nother pain in the butt of Twitch. Especially if I can't even see them to get them off the chat if they can whisper.
He throws a dart to the left. And he's knocked down immediately after the catch.
Huh. I'm gonna have to look that up. See. I mean, obviously, it just takes 1/10 of a second to get for a bot to get on and hit you.
Gets it. He's in space. Touchdown, TCU. He splits the uprights with the extra point. A 4-play, 76-yard drive, and they come away with a touchdown.
Well, Brad, right now this offense is hot, and they also took advantage of some mistakes there by the defense.
So it looks like TCU's going on. So
This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback.
I think any good football
all right,
team
man.
has to have an ability to answer.
Good night.
And that's exactly what we just saw. One team scores a touchdown.
Hope it doesn't have anything to do about this about the spam. I'll have to look that up, see what the hell's going on.
There's a strike complete. He's down.
Mosley with the tackle at the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
He's tackled at the 42-yard line.
First down.
More fun with Twitch, huh?
Throws complete, and he's stopped immediately.
The internet. I wonder how well the I wonder with the internet traffic, if all the bots were gone, I wonder how well what the percentage of internet traffic are bots.
Right around the 40.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Oh, the quad Treadwell.
They'll bring him down at the 20.
20-yard reception.
And a first down.
I'll tell you, great
4 receptions on the day. 1 TD is the last we're going to see him. Trevor Boykin and crew are moving out.
And then they end up with another first down.
They will move on. They will play
He throws left.
the winner of the Oklahoma-Northern Illinois game. I'm assuming it's going to be Oklahoma. That game will probably be a straight to Twitch. Speaking, okay, the games.
Second down and
You guys vote.
ball on the 20-yard line.
Coming up next, we can have the Oklahoma-Northern Illinois game. We could. I would think of all those games that probably should be the straight to YouTube game, but it is what it is.
If I'm an offensive coordinator, or especially an offensive line coach, I'm getting a hold of my offensive line, making sure these guys are on the same
UCLA,
page.
Florida State is another one. Figured that was actually where I would probably go. Wisconsin, Temple is the other one.
Because he has a wide open receiver.
Y'all can choose Florida State, UCLA, Temple, Wisconsin, or Oklahoma and Northern Illinois.
Deep pass to the end zone. Picked off by the senior. Good job to pick that ball off.
He did a great job at getting in that passing lane and coming away with the ball.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line. He's gobbled up in the backfield. A loss on that one as he couldn't get past those big linemen.
You got that right. They sacrificed their bodies in there and stuffed it.
A little over a minute in the game.
Can't do anything about it now.
A nice run there as they work the outside.
Gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 5.
Cam Newton tonight, 3 for 13, 31 yards. Luck, 4 for 10, 37 yards. That is what's going on right now on Monday night. 2 minutes left to go. For the love of God. Oh, well.
He gets to about the 34-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 9 yards. 1st down.
Okay.
1st and 10. Ball on the 34.
TCU moves on to the 2nd round. Up next. So far, we did one Florida UCLA vote a while ago. So I will allow anything else to filter in. Big Kansas Steel pipes up and wants his Oklahoma guy. Oklahoma, we will go with them. I truly doubt there's a chance that Northern Illinois will beat them, but there's always a chance.
That's going to do it for this one. Our final score, TCU 35, Ole Miss 14. Kirk, go ahead and just give us your reflections on this game.
It was a good game.
Hey, Ginn actually caught a ball. Yay!
Had a few missed opportunities.
And he's doing like a dance and stuff. He dropped a ball that was an easy touchdown, and now he's doing some Zorro thingy. Man, I wish that this game was not played. Not this game, but I wish the Monday night game was played in dry weather. It would help my chances out of actually maybe getting some money. All right, let's look at the stats here because this is the last time we will see Chad Kelly and crew. Little team stats here. 490 yards total offense by TCU. 3 turnovers from Ole Miss, 2 turnovers TCU. They're obviously going to have to change that if they go up against Oklahoma, because Oklahoma will blow them out. Little look here. Trevor Boykin. 73 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Does his normal deed. Three different guys got interceptions. TCU